Hi everyone. Today let us cover some more frequently asked questions in Azure Data Factory. Let's start the section. What are the block types in Azure? What is the block size minimum and maximum? What are the types of block access types? So this question is very important. It has asked so many times in interview. So let us know what are the block types in Azure. There are three types of block types in Azure. One is block, page block, append block. Let us describe these block types in stepwise. Block. Block means these are made of blocks. Each block has a block ID. It can be different size, potential up to a maximum of 4.75 terabytes. Block clients are set of 32 MB size blocks by default. Blocks are optimized for data streaming. Coming to append block. These are used to append data. Basically, this means that each time you make changes to the block, the data will be appended at the end of the block. Data cannot be changed or deleted, only appended. It means only we can add the data. Page block. Page block consists of out of pages. A page is 512 bytes and the block can go up to 1 terabyte in size. So what is the minimum and maximum block size? Minimum is 64 KB and maximum is 100 MB. So what type of block access types? There are three types of access types. They are hot, cool, acute. Hot, it is regularly used data. Cool means infrequently we use the data. Active means it is a long-term storage data. So hot means hot access types is frequently used the data. We used daily. The data we used daily. Cool. It is infrequently used data that will be stored at least 30 days. Like in our phone, we stored some images. It has some limit of time. In that way, we use the cool type. Active. It is a long-term storage of 180 days or more. Next, what is data transformation and data sanitization? So here, first let us know what is data transformation. It refers to the process of converting or transforming your data from one format to another format. Transformation means here only we have a data in one format and we transforming the data in another format. It is one of the most crucial part of data integration and data management process, such as data wrangling, data warehousing, etc. Data transformations are mainly two types, simple and complex. So based on the necessary changes in the data between the source and destinations. Data sanitization. It is a Microsoft has data breaking device guidelines, policies, security requirements and procedure for handling and management of database system with Microsoft data centers. Data bearing devices is a storage device capable of storing customer or appropriate Microsoft data. They have hard disk drivers, solid state drivers, USB drivers, etc. Next question. What is performance tuning in Azure Data Factory? So what is performance tuning? It involves optimizing the execution of your data workload to achieve better efficiency and faster processing time. For this, we have some considerations, like we have some following steps to tune the performance of our service within the copy activity. Here, what is the copy activity? Copy activity means whenever we want to ingest data from on-premises to cloud, here we use the copy activity. It means we copy the data from on-premises to cloud. So for this, what type of performance tunings are we used? What type of steps we have used? Let us see. Pick up your test dataset and establish a baseline. Next, how to maximize the performance of single copy activity. How to maximize aggregate through output by running multiple copies concurrently. Expand the configuration to your entire dataset. These are the steps to tune the performance of our service in Data Factory. So let us describe briefly. So for first step, pick up your test dataset and establish a baseline. It means here we developing a testing of your pipeline by using the copy activity against a representative data sample. The dataset you choose should represent your typical data patterns along the following attributes like folder structure, file pattern, data schema. Next, how to maximize performance of a single copy activity. Here we recommended to first maximize performance using a single copy activity. If the copy activity is being executed on Azure integration runtime, we start with default values for data integration units and parallel copy settings. If the copy activity is being executed on a self-hosted integration runtime, how to maximize aggregate throughput by running multiple copies concurrently. There are also three articles: copy files from multiple containers, migrate data from Amazon S3 to ADLS Gen 2, bulk copy with a control table. Next, expand the configuration to your entire data set. When we are satisfied with the execution results and performance, you can expand the definition and pipeline to cover your entire data set. Next question. Difference between lookup and store procedure in Azure Data Factory. Lookup. What is lookup activity? So here lookup activity it means to return a value or any return queries we use. When we have a return value or any return queries, we use lookup activity. Lookup activity can read data stored in database or file system, pass its subsequent copy or transformation activities. It can be read from variant of databases and file-based sources. You can find the list of all possible data sources here. Lookup activity work in two modes: singleton mode, array mode. What is singleton mode? Here, singleton mode produces first row of related dataset. Array mode produces the entire dataset. Store procedure. It could be used to run regular batch processes to long pipeline execution progress or exceptions. When the data is to provisioned through standard and well-defined mechanisms or interfaces. Typically, this is done using database objects like views and store procedure, which are programmed with predefined business logic and expose a fixed schema. It is one of the most common objects to host business logic in data repositories. Difference between set variable, append variable in ADF. What is set variable? Actually, it is used to assign a value to a variable during execution of a pipeline. It is a very powerful feature for scenarios when you need to pass information or make decision based on your data and content of your current pipeline run. So, what is the most difference between this set variable and append variable? Set variable. It is the activity to set the value of an exciting variable of type string, boolean or array defined in the data factory or Synapse pipeline. Append variable, it is an activity, it is used to add a value to exciting variable of a type array value. It means here append means adding. So it is adding a value of executive variable. What is broadcasting in the Azure Data Factory? Broadcast join and time window join. So broadcasting, it is when we send a small data frames to all nodes in the cluster. This allows for the Spark engine to perform a join without reshuffling the data in the large stream. By default, the Spark engine will automatically decide whether or not to broadcast one side of a join. Broadcast join. It is an execution strategy of a join that distributes the join over cluster nodes. This strategy is useful when the left side of the join is small. In this case, broadcast join will be more permanent than a regular join. How to implement try-catch in ADF? Try-catch block. It defines the business logic and only defines upon failure path to catch any error from the previous activity. Do if else block. Define the business logic and depends on the outcome of the activity and acts either upon success path or upon failure path. Can we pass parameters into the pipeline? In last videos we have come across this question. Yes, we can easily pass the parameters into the pipeline. The passing of parameter from parent pipeline to child pipeline, we have to do these 3 steps. First, you should add a parameter to the parent pipeline and next add a parameter to the child pipeline. And now you pass the parameters from parent to child while selecting the child pipeline. How many types of storage accounts are there in Azure Data Factory? So this is one of the most frequently asked question. So we have an Azure storage provide different types of storage accounts. Each type supports unique feature and has its pricing model also. Some storage types of accounts we discuss. General purpose version 1 and version 2 accounts. It means it is a basic storage account type for block, files, queues, tables. It is recommended for most scenarios using Azure storage. Block storage account. The storage accounts with premium performance characteristics for block and append blocks. It is recommended for scenarios with high transaction rates or scenarios that use smaller objects or require consistently low storage latency. File storage accounts. File-only storage accounts with premium performance characteristics. Recommended for enterprises or high-performance scale applications. Block storage accounts, legacy, block-only storage accounts. Use general-purpose version 2 accounts instead of when possible. What is difference between parameter and variable in Azure Data Factory? First, let us know what is variable. It is named entity that control values. What is a parameter? It is user-defined value that we can use to make your pipeline more dynamic and reusable. So let us know what is the difference between these two, parameter and variable in Azure Data Factory. Parameters are external values passed into pipelines. They can't be changed inside a pipeline. Variables, on the other hand, these are internal values that live inside a pipeline. They can be changed inside that pipeline. So these are the questions asked frequently in Azure Data Factory. Thank you one and all.